Hello everyone, this is Roxas1359. Welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. Last time, we got bombshell of plots going on, finding out that the Master Sword has lost all of its strength. In this episode, we're going to be doing side stuff, because pretty much at this point of the game, a lot of side quests open up. Starting off, we're on Forest Haven, and we've got ourselves some letters. So let's see what we got. Ooh, we've got two. So, one's cash on delivery, and it costs 201 rupees. And it's from Tingle, who has included the Incredible Chart. The Incredible Chart allows you to be able to find out where Triforce charts are. What's a Triforce chart? Well, if you remember in the last part, the King of Red Lions said that we can't go back to Hyrule unless we get the pieces of the Triforce. And guess what? It's one big fetch quest, and it's one of the reasons why a lot of people do not like Wind Waker when it comes to, you know, doing parts in it. We'll be doing that later on, but I will be getting one Triforce chart to show it off because I accidentally grab it. But our second letter is from our sister, and this one wasn't cash on delivery, which is great! Didn't cost me 201 rupees. Tingle, you jerk. That's just to make sure that you've gotten yourself a big enough wallet for Tingle, because Tingle's very picky on when he will decipher charts, and you won't be able to do that unless you end up getting the max wallet. Tingle is annoying, but good to know that our sister is doing well, and that she's apparently mingling in with the pirates pretty well. That's always nice. Yeah, I would say we were not really good friends. I was just really good at doing the task that Nico wanted me to set up. But they're giving her money for doing chores, and our sister will let us borrow the telescope a little bit longer. So, good to know Ariel's doing well. But, more importantly, we get 20 rupees. I could use that after I had to spend 201 rupees on, getting that chart. And getting the Incredible Chart is required. It is mandatory. But next we're going to use the Ballad of Gales to head off towards an area that we can now go to, which is Mother and Child Isles, which is also required. So you need the Ballad of Gales in order to do this. So let's go. This doesn't look like Mother and Child Isle. What we're at is in the inside of it, and it's cutscene time. This is not creepy music in the slightest. Hello? Well then. Well, this is gonna be a plot required power. I think my heart just stopped. Okay, that started it again. And we obtain the fire and ice arrows. With these, we are able to progress with the plot, should we need to. But, as I said, we're doing side stuff for quite a while. That's your cue to go to Fire Mountain and Ice Ring Isle to continue with the plot. So if you want to continue with the plot, just, you know, skip ahead a couple of episodes because we're going to be doing that. But we're getting hit on by the Great Fairy Queen. And I'm sorry, but the Great Fairy Queen's music just scares me. But there we go. That takes care of all that. So, let us head now towards Windfall, because if anything, Windfall is definitely a hub for side quests. And now that we have the fire arrows, we can do a side quest that I've been putting off for a while. Technically, you can start the side quest when you end up doing something else, but before we go to Windfall, we're gonna go to the Dragon Roost Island, because when you use the Ballad of Gales on Dragon Roost Island, you end up right in front of the treasure chart area that it is going for. So yeah, it's kind of weird. You end up literally right on top of where the treasure chart gets you, which is good. So let's open this up. And we get 200 rupees, which is great because I ended up spending 200 rupees on that incredible chart. So, next up, we're going to head off towards Pawprint Isle for another one of the treasure charts that we have, because this one's going to give us a piece of heart. So, let's head off there right now. And, as you can see, I'm starting to cut a lot more effectively, so then I cut out the monotonous sailing. I need to think on how I'm going to do that for another side quest that is open to us now. Oh boy, that side quest is not fun. But let us grab this chest right here and get ourselves another piece of heart, working our way towards our second row. Ta-da! Piece of heart. So, we need 3 more. We can complete a heart container and then start on our second row. So, now let's head off to Windfall Island, because if you remember, we have a treasure chart for Windfall Island. So, let us dig that up as well. And there's something we can do now that it is nighttime. So, it's a good thing that it's nighttime right now. Nope, I missed. Let's try right here. Oh, I barely missed too. I hate it when that happens. But, if you also remember what I said about this treasure chart, we're not getting big treasure. We're getting a rupee! On the bright side, we've made back all the money that we ended up spending on that incredible chart, so that's good. But, let us go and obtain a very precious item, and the last of said precious items that we need for the list that we have. If you talk to this girl right here, and then try to leave, we get to do some stealthy action. Metal Gear Link reporting for duty. If anything, Link can become a professional cat interpreter. Seems to really know how to do that. But pretty much what we have to do is we have to follow this girl and make sure that she does not see us. It's pretty much the Agent Zero side quest that's inside of Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, or Gateway to Glimmer, depending on where you live. So, just make sure that you're not in plain sight, and you can continue. If you mess up, the girl will run away, and you can redo the side quest again. It's just kind of a pain to, you know, redo it. Because why redo it when you can do it your first time? So, let's keep following her. Make sure you're not following directly behind her. Stay right here. Because sometimes, if you're too close, she will look back like this. Link's very good at impersonating a cat. A little bit too well. Alright. So, let's keep following her. She's right there. We're just about done. Here we are. And she's going to where the shopkeep is. Hey, what are you doing in my merchant empire? She's trying to break the safe. An ally of justice! Well, I am somewhat of a mute. Sure, I'll listen to your tale. Well, this is awkward. We're the ones who ended up rescuing you, and you don't even recognize us. Well, that's terrible. I mean, you ended up having it all, and then you lost it all, but at least you have a loving father. But apparently, the poorest girl in town suddenly became rich. Which means that old man who we ended up seeing beforehand, who wouldn't leave you alone, is now rich. But, I'm sorry. I like you, but I'm honest. If you choose every single one of the top options for this, we get ourselves something that is beautiful. And for our reward, we get our fourth and final bottle. Yes, I like this. I like this a lot. Aww. And so she leaves. Good. Now I can take care of this safe. Open it up! Open it up! I need rupees for Tingle! Please! Fine. Let's try the skull hammer. It's made out of plutonium! Damn it. I needed that. Looks like it's back to scouring the Great Sea for treasure again. But, now that we've taken care of that side quest, now we're going to take care of another side quest. So if you come back behind right here, pull out your Wind Waker, and we're going to need our bow for this as well. What we're going to do is we're going to restart the windmill that's on Windfall Island, which you can start the windmill up as soon as you get the Wind Waker and are able to come back, but you can't do the full side quest until you end up having the fire arrows. It also helps that it is nighttime when you do this. I don't know if you can do it during day. Have the wind face north, and hit this button, and the windmill starts up again. You don't need to worry about the wind direction after this. Pretty much the windmill will start up and will keep going no matter what the wind's direction is now. Alright, but now we need to go up to the top of the windmill and use our fire arrows to light the lighthouse. And unfortunately, this means it's going to be spinning, so I hope that you're a good shot, ladies and gentlemen, because this could take a while. As well as the fact that we have a low magic meter, but we'll be fixing that in another episode. No worries. But let us go up. and continue on forward. So, let's get into the little gondolas right here. Let us pull out our Wind Waker to change the wind direction for where we need to go after we light the lighthouse. So I'm just setting up right now. We're gonna need to go to the southwest. We're also going to need the Deku Leaf, because we're gonna need to fly. And we need to have fire arrows. So let us get to the top right here. Come on. Come on. And fire. That lights up the lighthouse, which from now on, every single night, the lighthouse will be lit, which is a pretty nice detail, actually. So you'll be able to see Windfall Island based on the lighthouse from now on while you're on the Great Sea at night. It's a nice little attention to detail. But a chest appears all the way over here. And this is difficult to land, because if you mess up, you can't just grab onto the island because it's high enough to where you can't do that. You have to glide to it with the Deku Leaf. There we go. And let us get our prize. Which is a piece of heart. So there we go. That takes care of that side quest. So now we're gonna start 2 more side quests on Windfall Island. Aren't there so many side quests? This is just the beginning. I have an episode that's close to 30 minutes. That's me doing side quests. Oh boy. I could already hear the enthusiastic replies from the comment section. So many side quests. And you know what the sad part is? If I didn't agree to doing a 20 heart run, we'd probably already be done with this game. I'm not even kidding. We'd probably already be done. But now what we're going to do is we have to make it morning. So let's play the Song of Passing, which I forgot. And I suddenly remembered. That happens to me sometimes where I just forget the songs, and when I do that, I just start mashing the buttons until I remember the song instantly. There's 2 Wind Waker songs in particular that I am not looking forward to that are coming up because I never remember them, although they are very good. But let's go inside over here to the rich man's house. Now, I never showed this off back in the past, but if you came in here in the past, a big old guy would be here. But now we have the other old man who's become a snooty rich person. And I mean snooty. And apparently he hates postmen. He calls you a street urchin now. So isn't that just wonderful? But if you go and talk to his daughter Maggie, Mo the Moblin. She's in love with a Moblin. Hey, I'm not gonna judge, but have you seen Moblins? They're kinda ugly. Sure. So, we've got Maggie's letter. We need to take this to the post box. Now, I don't know if you actually can read the letter or not. I've never actually checked. But we also have the person who we give our skull necklaces to, and that's this man. Man, money really does change people. This is the old man who would ask you to help him find his daughter, but giving him 20 skull necklaces gets you a treasure chart. Chase your dreams. Don't let your dreams be just dreams. Just do it. Nintendo was setting that meme up before Shia LaBeouf by over 10 years. But if you try to give him more skull necklaces, he just gives you 20 rupees. Does not matter how many you have. It will be 20 rupees. It's not worth it. You're better off selling them to, honestly, Beetle. So, that takes care of that. So, what comes up next? Well, we need to go and mail that letter for Maggie. So, let's go and do that right now. So, next up is the post box. Why did I pull out my sword? Am I gonna go shank someone? Nah, I don't think so. But here is the post box, so let's get Maggie's letter. We only have 2 main items left in the game to get, so we're close to getting all the items. So, there we go. Costs 5 rupees. So, let us send this. And let us talk to the other man who was once rich but is now poor. This is the father of the girl who we ended up catching trying to steal from our merchant friend at night. You know, the one who believes we are an ally of justice. Mila is her name, okay. This is your cue also to find out that she sneaks out at night, that you can get the bottle. I just wanted to talk to him because I felt it to be appropriate. But how long do we have to wait for the whole letter side quest to start? Not too long. What we have to do is we just have to go inside the door of a building and go into another one. I ended up ending off my session right here, but we're going to continue with the episode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up cutting to another spot. This is me loading up another session, so that's why I was back right over here. But luckily, loading up another session after saving the game counts for the side quest for Maggie's letter to go through. So what we need to do now is we need to go back into the rich man's house and see a cutscene or two and continue with the quest. We're coming close to the end of this episode, but don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, I've got more side quest episodes planned. Oh, do I have so many planned. If I wasn't doing a 20 heart run, this honestly would already be a finished project. I said that earlier in the episode, and it is entirely true. But that's how I like to do my Zelda games. I like to do side quests. Roxas likes side quests. You should see me in Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. The only way you play that game is by doing all the side quests. There's no other way. But go on inside here. And seems something's going on. Why? It's a postman. God, he's such a dick now. Money really does change people. that's your cue that you need to go and deliver the letter yourself. It is possible, I believe, to give Mo's letter to the postman, and to Maggie's father. Maggie's father will then cause you to have to restart the side quest. You will get paid for it, but you get, like, no rupees for it. You get barely anything. It's better to give the letter to Maggie, so come to the pub and talk to the postman. Sure, I'll do it. And so, we get Mo's letter, or the Moblin's letter, as it is called. So, let's go and deliver this to Maggie. As I said, you could deliver this to the father. You will get paid for it, but then you'd have to do the side quest all over again, and it's not worth it. You get, I think it's, I want to say 5 rupees. It's either 5 or 20 rupees, and that's not worth it. Because what we're getting when we give the letter to Maggie is a piece of heart. So, let us grab that. You might be wondering, what do you do with the cabana deed, Roxas? Don't worry, we'll be doing the cabana deed thing later. But, let's go over to Maggie. And, let's give her Mo's letter. Oh. Someone's dense. I had a feeling that interspecies relationships wouldn't work when it comes to this game because, you know, Moblins like to kill. They like to eat people. Do you see the skulls that are inside the submarines? But giving the letter to her gets us a piece of heart. With this, we've collected 3 pieces, 1 more, and we've got ourselves another heart container. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna end it off right here. This has been Roxas1359. Next time, we're gonna be doing some more side quests and getting a lot of pieces of heart.